Hey everyone, I'm Mine, and this is set number 70651, Throne Room Showdown from the LEGO Ninjago theme. This set originally came out in 2018 as a part of the Day of the Departed wave. It contains 221 pieces, 5 minifigures, and originally retailed for $19.99 in the US. Of course, this video is a part of my Ninjago throwback review series, so as always, let me know in the comments which throwback review you guys want to see next. Tell me the name of any Ninjago set from before 2019. I don't have all of them, but I do have a lot of them in my collection, so if there's any you'd like to see a throwback review on, let me know in the comments. But with all that being said, let's get on to the review. So here is the build of the Throne Room Showdown, and it is very small, but I feel like they packed in a lot here, and I genuinely think there's a lot to like about it, so let's take a look up a little bit closer. The set's split into 3 sections. We have the center and the 2 sides. Each of the sides are connected to the center with a clip, so as you just saw, they can be detached, or when they're attached, you can rotate them if you want. But starting with the left side, there's not a ton going on here. You have this sort of shrine-like design going on, as well as a little security camera at the top. There's also a little clip on the wall to keep his sword. I assume this is meant to be the sword for Lloyd, because by default, you're supposed to have him, like, trapped in the cage in the set, but I guess the idea is he would escape and then steal that sword back, so that way you have a weapon for him. But other than that, this just looks good. There's not much else to it. It's meant to just look good, and I'm honestly happy with it. It just provides places to display more figures. And then in the center, we have the throne for Harumi to sit. Very cool design with, like, the flames coming off and all the gold pieces. I also love all the different blades behind her. Like, that's just so ridiculous and goofy with the 4 different swords and then 2 golden blades behind it. But then when you actually sit her down, it makes her feel very powerful and commanding. I think this set is genuinely a perfect display piece. Like, don't get me wrong, it's fun to play with, too. But just having, like, this on a shelf, it perfectly encapsulates Harumi and Hunted. I don't know, I just really love it. There is a little play feature for the throne, too, though. There's this brown piece right here, which sort of looks like a step to get up, but it can also actually be removed. And pulling that out from under the throne actually reveals that there's a side down there, as well as a golden key. Now, you'll see what the golden key is used for in a moment, but the side, I guess, is meant to be a hidden weapon for Harumi to use, which is just a lot of fun. And then the final section, the one on the right, this is a little cage to hold Lloyd. You can see there's a lock at the top, and that's what you can imagine the key is for. And this is very much imagination. The gel bars are made out of swords, and you can flip this up to put a character inside, but it's also just completely open from the back, so you can just place a character in, close the gel bars back up around them, and there you go, now you have Lloyd all captured. But I think that's most of what you have for the actual build of this set. As I said, it is small, but for only $20, I genuinely think it's pretty good. It works as a play set, it works as a display set, and it's just fun. I'm very happy with it. But of course, that's not everything in this set. In fact, the minifigures may be the more desirable part of the set. So now let's take a look at them, and then I'll give you my overall thoughts. So here are the first 2 minifigures in the set. We have Hunted Nia and Hunted Lloyd. These are 2 of the best Ninjago minifigures of all time. The Hunted suits are incredible, but Lloyd's and Nia's especially, they're like resistance suits. They are so fantastic. Nia's I really love because it feels like a proper stealth suit. Obviously, gunmetal gray is Nia's color, but they've like really muted the blue here. There's not too much used. So I could see Nia wearing this to like sneak through the streets to make sure Harumi and Garmadon aren't going to catch her. I don't know, I feel like they captured that vibe so perfectly, and just like the dirtiness of it all, like the little bit of rust on her knee pad right there, the way the ends of her belt are fraying. The minifigure itself tells a story, and it's the same exact story the show's trying to tell, so I think the designers did an absolutely fantastic job. Genuinely one of my favorite Nia suits and one of my favorite Ninjago minifigures. Just so good. She comes with a spear as an accessory, and then of course she has the movie-style hood with the black bottom part and gunmetal gray upper part. There's how she looks with the hood removed, and there's her alternate face as well as her back torso print. Again, back torso print really good. You got that touch of blue, but it's not overbearing. Fits her absolutely perfectly. I love it so much. And then Hunted Lloyd comes without his hood in this set, which normally I would complain about, but he barely, if ever, wore his hood in actual Hunted, so I don't mind that he doesn't have it here because he does come with it in another set. And removing the handcuffs, you can see his full torso print, and while it's not as good as Nia's in my opinion, again accomplishes a very similar goal. My only issue with it is it feels a little bit too bright. I wish they stuck with dark green as the base, rather than bright green as the base, so it did feel like more of a stealth suit. But Lloyd is the Green Ninja, so I understand they want the bright green there. I do love the abundance of dark green in the printing and on the arms. The gray looks really good too, and again, like the chipped paint, the little touches of lime green, the ropes going all around. It really indicates that this minifigure is in full survival mode. And like when the minifigure itself tells a story this well, that means the designers did a fantastic job. You know what this season is about just based on how these 2 minifigures look. It's genuinely so impressive, and I want to see more minifigures like this in the future. There's a better look at his face print with his hairpiece removed, and there's his back torso print as well as his alternate face. Yeah, very happy with both of these 2, and it's really nice to get them both in such a small set. set. Here are the next two minifigures of the set. We have Pixal and Skyler. Pixal was not new for this set, as she did come in one set earlier in the year, but Skyler was all new and exclusive to this set. This Pixal minifigure is pretty good though. Far from my favorite Pixal Samurai X suit, but I mean it's accurate to the show and represents when it needs to pretty well. The big golden armor piece is pretty cool, and I do like the samurai horns at the top. Taking those off though, you can see her full face print, and that is one of my biggest issues with this minifigure, is both the face print and the torso feel like they're printed a little bit too dully. The white in the design isn't that vibrant, so as such doesn't really make it pop. But that aside, the actual design is very well done. I like how it incorporates all of her different colors, the gold, the red, the white, and the blue. It all ties together super nicely, but I do feel like the dark blue tends to blend with the black a bit. It makes it not stand out as much as it could. Back torso print I think is actually very good though, and her alternate face is a super cool one to get as well. This is a good figure, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like the core Pixel does like this overall look a lot better. But still, overall, she's pretty well done. And then Skyler was super exciting to finally get again. She did come in like a minifigure pack in 2016, I want to say, but 2015 was the last time she came in a full set, so it was very exciting to see her in a full set again. And this is probably the best Skyler minifigure, or maybe the second best. Face print on her is fantastic. It's a similar expression to stuff we've gotten before, but not exactly identical, so that was an awesome new one to get. Torso design, once again, very survivalist mode like Lloyd and Nia. Not as much as them. Like, her suit seems to be a little bit better kept, but I do like the dark gray armor on top, and then the use of the dark red too. It all ties together really nicely. The LEGO Batman movie red belt piece is a really cool addition too. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it or not when we first saw pictures of this set, but having it in hand, I do think it fits her really well. The only disappointment with this figure is the lack of any leg printing. Now, luckily, the previous two Skyler figures did have leg printing, so you could very easily swap it out if you want, but by default, that is a little bit lame, because everything else just looks so nice. That being so plain is just weird. Oh, this was also the first wide release set to come with Skyler's hairpiece. Again, it had come in the LEGO Store exclusive minifigure pack previously, but if you hadn't had the chance to get to a LEGO store or anything, this was the first way to get it in a wide release set. Turn around, you can see there's more of those like silver armor straps, and a really good alternate face on her too with like an angry expression. I believe that was the first time we got that as well. So yeah, overall, very happy with both these guys. Also, we get a cheaper way to get Pixel, and this was a very good Pixel minifigure for the time. I just feel like it's been surpassed nowadays, but this Skyler minifigure is one of the best, and was exclusive to this set. And then the final minifigure in this set, we have Harumi, who is not exclusive to this set, but this was the cheapest way to get her, and this is one of my favorite minifigures of all time. I just adore Harumi as a character, especially in seasons 8 and 9, because I guess I have to clarify that now. But no, Harumi is one of my favorite Ninjago characters, one of the best written Ninjago characters in my opinion, at least again as of season 8 and 9. And this minifigure is probably her best look in my opinion. She uses dark blue with black similar to what Pixel did, however I feel like it fits her a lot better than it does Pixel because it does give a very ominous evil feel. And unlike with Pixel where I feel like the dark blue should probably pop more, with Harumi I feel like the subtlety of the dark blue works so well, because it still gives her that dark shadowy feel, but just adds some more dimension to her character. She also has a lot of belts on for some reason. Why does she have 3 belts? I don't think I ever noticed that. It looks cool, but it's also very funny when you think about it like in a real person context. If you imagine someone in real life wearing 3 belts, that would look probably really goofy. But you know what? On a LEGO minifigure, it actually looks surprisingly good. The spikes coming up her torso are really cool too. Yeah, just a fantastic minifigure all around, and then the red on her eyes just ties it all together, especially with like the red sword and everything. Very similar design in the back too. Just a fantastic minifigure. Like, what more is there to say about it? I love Harumi and I love this minifigure, and I'm very, very happy with it. It was also nice to get it in such a cheap set. So, what are my overall thoughts on this set? If you can't tell, I absolutely love this set. I feel like you get so much here for only $20. The main focus, of course, is the minifigures. You get a total of 5, one of which is exclusive, and all of which this is easily the cheapest way to get them. And it's a really great selection, too. Pixel's a character that comes in sets very rarely. Same thing with Skyler. Lloyd and Nia are obviously the main characters of the Ninjago side of Hunted, and Harumi is the main villain. So getting them all here for only $20 is fantastic. Another thing which is little, but it's just cool to acknowledge, is I think this is probably the Ninjago set with the biggest female to male ratio, because of course Ninjago is way more male characters than female characters. So I don't know, obviously this doesn't make or break the set, but the fact that it's 4 female characters and only 1 male character, that's just kind of cool to me. But yeah, the build here is good, the minifigures are fantastic, and all of it for only $20. I wish we got more Ninjago sets like this. We've had a few others, such as the Tournament of Elements and the Gamers Market, but I just want more, because every single time we get a set like this, it instantly becomes one of my favorites. So would I recommend this set? Yes, I cannot recommend it enough. Now, if I remember correctly, I think this one is fairly expensive on the aftermarket, but if you don't have it and you can find it for a decent price, I highly, highly recommend you pick it up, because it is really, really well done. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think of the set in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please press like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I do LEGO and Ninjago videos just like this one almost every day, so if you subscribe, be the first to see them. Again, let me know in the comments which throwback review you guys want to see next. Thanks for watching, everybody. I will see you all in the next one. Bye!